Hello everyone, welcome to the channel MathSKfunde. Hope you have been enjoying mind tickling problem series. Before I take today's problem, I'm just reminding you once more that there is one channel by me where explanation is given in Hindi. Name is Aaj Aapko Kya Sikhaye, and link of the channel is given at the end of every video of this channel. Now if you can understand Hindi, please do visit that channel because problems what are discussed there, they are different from what I discuss here. So if you are in search of more and more problems, then I think you must visit that channel. Okay, let us start today's problem. Now today's problem is that if there are lines like x equal to k and y equal to k is taken from the set 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to 10. And we have to find number of non-congruent rectangles whose sides are along these lines. That means first of all, I think we need to draw the figure that what kind of picture we are expecting here, right? So I'm just giving you hint from where we can start. If you wish to build up your own solution, please go ahead, get your solution, leave in the comment box, and that would be beneficial for me and for people like me, all the viewers. So picture is going to be something like this, where I have drawn lines like x equal to 1, x equal to 2, x equal to 3, etc. up to x equal to 10. And I draw lines like y equal to 1, y equal to 2, y equal to 3, y equal to 4, etc. up to y equal to 10. So this mesh kind of thing you are going to see from where we are going to pick up the rectangles. Now I have used a word here, non-congruent rectangles. Now what I mean by non-congruent rectangles, that I must first clarify. Now congruent rectangles and non-congruent rectangles, that is what I want to differentiate. Now 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3 sizes are different. So these are called non-congruent rectangles. But if you go for say rectangle like 1 by 2 and 2 by 1, such two rectangles if you are looking for, then I would consider their sizes are same. So such rectangles are called congruent rectangles. So I hope now you have understood what is the difference between congruent rectangles and non-congruent rectangles and what are we searching for. We are searching for actually number of non-congruent rectangles. So I'm just leaving the problem with you for some time. You think over it and then I'll get back to you. So could you think over it? Now what I will do, I will give my solution and see if your solution matches with that, and those who could not solve, for them ready-made solution you are getting. Okay. So let us consider first lines y equal to 1 and y equal to 2. Means y equal to 1 and y equal to 2. These two parallel lines you are talking about. Between these two lines, what all rectangles you can see. Now rectangles would be of the form say 1 by 1 here, which are formed by x equal to 1, x equal to 2 and y equal to 1, y equal to 2. So you will get a rectangle of size 1 by 1. Now when you go for x equal to 1 and x equal to 3, then you will get a rectangle of the size 1 by 2. When you go for lines like x equal to 1 and x equal to 4, you will get a rectangle of the size 1 by 3 and so on, right? So between lines y equal to 1 and y equal to 2, how many rectangles you are expecting, which are the non-congruent ones? So starting from 1 by 1 to up to 1 by 9. 1 by 9 would be this 1 by 9 size. This would be formed by lines x equal to 1, x equal to 10 and y equal to 1, y equal to 2. Means this big rectangle what finally would be formed, that would be of the size 1 by 9. So how many such rectangles you are expecting? Like 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, etc. up to 1 by 9. So in all there would be 9 rectangles. Okay. Now if I go for the next means y equal to 1 and y equal to 3. Now if I'm taking say like line y equal to 1 and y equal to 3, that means between these two parallel lines I'm looking for the non-congruent rectangles. Now, I will not start with rectangle which would be of the size 2 by 1. Why? Because we have already considered size 1 by 2 here. And if I consider now 2 by 1, that would be a case of congruent rectangles. So that is not expected, right? So I will start now from size 2 by 2, then 2 by 3, then 2 by 4. 2 by 2 means between lines x equal to 1, x equal to 3, and lines of BSB y equal to 1 and y equal to 3. That would be the first rectangle which you would consider. So that would be of the size 2 by 2. Then when you consider x equal to 1 and x equal to 4, and obviously y equal to 1 and y equal to 3, you will get a rectangle of the size 2 by 3, and so on. So in this way, finally, between x equal to 1 and x equal to 10 and line y equal to 1 and y equal to 3, that would be the last rectangle, and that would be of the size 2 by 9. So in this way, we will get finally here in this particular case, when you are considering y equal to 1 and y equal to 3, between these two lines, I get in all 8 such rectangles. In this way, you continue, right? And finally, what would be the situation that we will have to see? So in this way, last one would be y equal to 1 and y equal to 10 from here and here. Between these two lines, now only one rectangle you would be seeing, and that would be of the size 9 by 9. So that is the last rectangle what I consider. So first case had given me 9 rectangles, second case gave me 8 rectangles, then next 7, then 6, and so on, right? So total, how many rectangles you will have? The ones which are non-congruent. 9 plus 8 plus 7 up to plus 1. So that is nothing but sum of the numbers which are in AP, and we know the formula. By formula, I am saying total sum would be 9 into 10 upon 2 means 45. So that is the number of non-congruent rectangles formed by the lines x equal to k, y equal to k, and k belongs to 1 to 10. Now this is how we calculate number of rectangles. Now I hope this problem was different from what we have been doing till now. Okay, so I will get something new again on the next turn for you. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.